3 years ago, saving money felt responsible. Today, for a lot of people, it feels almost stupid. Not emotionally, mathematically, because something strange has happened to modern money. You can spend years trying to do the right thing, skip vacations, cook at home, cancel subscriptions, say no to things you actually want. And then one random Tuesday, your rent goes up 12%, your grocery bill doubles, your insurance quietly increases, and suddenly the money you spent years saving feels smaller than the inflation that hit in 6 months. That's the part nobody says out loud. People aren't just struggling to save money right now. A lot of people are starting to quietly question whether saving money even works anymore. And honestly, that question is making economists, banks, and governments very uncomfortable, because modern economies are built on a weird assumption that people believe tomorrow will reward them for sacrificing today. But what happens when people stop believing that? Hi, I'm Maya. And if you enjoy figuring out why modern money feels so weird lately, you should probably subscribe now. Because apparently the economy has become a full-time psychological experiment. And recently I realized something disturbing. The financially responsible choices that worked 10 years ago suddenly feel weirdly disconnected from reality. So I started digging into why saving money feels so pointless right now. And the answer is bigger than rising prices. It's about how the entire system changed while most people were busy trying to survive inside it. Because if you talk to almost anyone under 40 right now, you'll hear the same sentence repeated over and over in different forms. What's the point? What's the point of saving when housing keeps running away faster than salaries?
What's the point of budgeting perfectly if one emergency destroys everything anyway? What's the point of earning interest when prices rise faster than your savings account?
And maybe the strangest part? Objectively, people are saving money. But emotionally, it no longer feels like savings creates security. It feels like falling behind more slowly. That emotional shift matters way more than people realize. Because economies don't run on money alone. They run on belief. And right now, that belief is cracking. You can actually see it happening everywhere. People financing groceries. People using buy now, pay later for basic necessities. People joking online about never owning homes. People spending money impulsively because the future is cooked anyway, which sounds dramatic. Until you look at the numbers. Over the past few years, inflation hit almost everything people interact with daily. Food, rent, insurance, utilities, transportation. And what made it psychologically brutal wasn't just the size of the increases. It was the speed. Human brains are adaptable when changes happen slowly. But when your grocery bill suddenly jumps 30%, your brain notices. When rent increases faster than your raises, your brain notices. When the same paycheck buys visibly less every year, your brain really notices. And once people notice that pattern enough times, something dangerous starts happening. They stop trusting the future value of their money. That's a massive problem. Because saving money is fundamentally an act of delayed trust. You sacrifice comfort today because you believe the money will help you more tomorrow. But modern life has been sending people the opposite message. The opposite message looks like this. You saved $10,000? Cute. Housing went up $80,000. You finally built an emergency fund? Great. Your car repair costs $4,700 now. You carefully invested for stability? Here's a market crash, inflation spike, and layoffs at the same time. After enough hits like that, people don't necessarily become irresponsible. They become psychologically exhausted. And exhausted people stop thinking long-term. That's one of the hidden economic stories nobody talks about enough. Inflation doesn't just affect prices. It affects behavior. It changes how people think about time itself. Because saving only feels good when the future feels reachable. And for a lot of people right now, it doesn't. You can even see the cultural shift happening in real time. 10 years ago, financial advice online sounded like, save aggressively, cut unnecessary spending, delay gratification. Now, the internet sounds completely different. Enjoy your life. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed. You can't save your way into a house anyway. Treat yourself. At first glance, that just sounds like social media nonsense. But underneath it is something deeper. A generation slowly losing faith that traditional financial discipline actually leads anywhere meaningful. And honestly, that loss of faith didn't appear out of nowhere. Because the economy people were trained for doesn't fully exist anymore. For decades, the financial formula felt relatively stable. Work hard, save consistently, buy a house, build equity, retire eventually. Not easy, but understandable. Now compare that to reality. Housing prices exploded faster than wages. Education became dramatically more expensive. Healthcare costs became unpredictable. And meanwhile, modern life introduced thousands of tiny subscription-style expenses constantly draining people invisibly. It's like the economy quietly transformed from build wealth slowly into pay monthly forever, monthly car payments, monthly subscriptions, monthly financing, monthly memberships, monthly debt. Modern finance loves recurring payments because recurring payments normalize permanent consumption. And permanent consumption creates permanent dependence. That sounds cynical, but look around. Entire industries now depend on people staying financially stretched forever. Because financially relaxed people buy less impulsively, and modern economies are heavily driven by consumption. That's the uncomfortable contradiction hiding underneath everything. Governments want people to save money responsibly, but economies grow fastest when people spend constantly. That tension creates a weird psychological environment. You're told to be financially disciplined. Inside a system professionally designed to destroy discipline. Think about how absurd modern spending has become. Apps remove friction completely. You can buy things instantly, finance instantly, borrow instantly, food arrives in minutes, packages arrive tomorrow. Streaming gives endless entertainment immediately. Modern economies are optimized around speed, but wealth creation is painfully slow. And human brains struggle with that mismatch. especially when social media constantly shows people appearing rich now. Luxury vacations, designer clothes, perfect apartments, expensive restaurants. Even when half of it is financed debt and hidden stress. That comparison effect matters more than people think. Because saving money is emotionally difficult when everybody around you appears to already be enjoying the rewards you're delaying. Even if the image is fake. Especially if the image is fake. And here's where things get even stranger. The people who are saving responsibly often feel punished anyway, because interest rates stayed low for so long that traditional saving accounts barely grew. Meanwhile, asset prices exploded. So people watched investors, homeowners, and stock owners get richer dramatically, while cautious savers earned almost nothing. That created a psychological divide. People started feeling like working and saving carefully was no longer enough. And when societies start believing effort no longer matches reward, things become unstable very quickly. Historically, that's a dangerous moment. Because once trust in economic fairness weakens, people start changing behavior in unpredictable ways. Some stop saving entirely. Some gamble financially. Some take massive risks. Some emotionally disconnect from long-term planning altogether. And honestly, you can already see pieces of this happening. Speculative investing exploded recently for a reason. Cryptomanias, meme stocks, sports betting, day trading. A lot of people weren't chasing wealth. They were chasing escape velocity. Because slow financial progress started feeling emotionally invisible. That's the part traditional finance conversations often miss. This isn't just about greed. It's about desperation mixed with exhaustion. And that combination changes societies. But here's the really uncomfortable part. Even when inflation slows down, the damage doesn't magically reverse. People misunderstand this constantly. If inflation drops from 8% to 3%, prices are still rising. Things are just becoming expensive more slowly. Your groceries don't suddenly go back to 2019 prices. Your rent doesn't magically reset. Which means many people are trapped in a strange psychological reality where the crisis technically improves, but life still feels unaffordable. That disconnect creates frustration. Because official economic headlines can sound positive while daily life still feels terrible. The economy is strong. Okay, then why does everybody feel stressed buying eggs? That gap between economic messaging and lived experience is incredibly important. Because trust erodes fastest when people feel like their reality is being denied. And once trust disappears, financial behavior changes fast. People stop planning decades ahead. They focus on surviving months ahead. And that changes everything. This conversation is no longer just about budgeting. It's about whether ordinary people still believe financial stability is realistically achievable. Because money is never just money. Money is stored time, stored effort, stored security, stored possibility. And lately, A lot of people feel those things shrinking even while they work harder than ever. Now, to be fair, saving money still matters. Emergency funds matter. Investing matters. But emotionally, saving doesn't feel the same anymore. It used to feel hopeful. Now, for many people, it feels defensive. Like building sandbags before another storm. And maybe that's the biggest shift of all. People were taught saving money would help them move forward. But many now feel like saving money merely helps them fall behind more slowly. That's a very different emotional experience. But maybe the real problem isn't that people stopped caring about money. Maybe people are realizing the old financial advice was built for a completely different economy. An economy where housing was cheaper, costs were lower, stability was more predictable, and salaries actually kept up with life. That world doesn't fully exist anymore. And honestly, pretending it does might be the most dangerous financial advice of all. Maybe surviving modern money isn't about blindly saving every dollar. Maybe it's about understanding the system clearly enough to stop playing by rules that no longer work. And that changes everything. Because once you realize the game changed, you stop blaming yourself for struggling inside it. You start adapting. And that might be the difference between constantly feeling behind and finally feeling financially awake. If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe for more real-world money conversations without the fake finance guru nonsense. Because honestly, most people aren't bad with money. They're just trying to survive an economy that changed faster than anyone prepared for. And we're going to keep unpacking that together.